All right, we're going to be doing some LIIT training, which has been shown to help longevity because you get to have more strength, more balance, more energy. So not just more years of life, but more life in your years. So we're going to do 5 exercises, repeat each one 3 times for a total of 15 minutes, 40 seconds of activity, 20 seconds of rest for each one. So first I'll take you through each of them so you'll get a chance to feel it out in your body, make sure it's feeling good if you want to make any modifications. And then we'll start the timer and then we'll just go through it together live. So go ahead and grab some hand weights. Let's get started. All right, so we have 2 sets of hand weights. You want to have a lighter set and a heavier set. So we'll start off with lighter ones just to get the hang of it. First one is called squat curls, and it's just like it sounds. First you could try the squat, just stick your butt out and lower your hips. And then you can try the curls, and if both of those feel good, then you add them together. And you squat down as you curl up. Simple as that. If your knees hurt, the isometric hold might be the way to go. So you just hold halfway in the squat and do the curls for 40 seconds. Or, 2 sets of that. So feel free to use the chair if you need. All right, that's number 1. The next one, this is a fun one, it's called the Heisman Shuffle. So I believe Heisman was a coach, and this is, in every football movie, you're gonna see the montage of training sequence, people doing this. So you squat down and you shuffle. So you step kind of staying low, and then option to add the little lift at the end. Do, lift, shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then you can add a little lift with your weights if you like to. So the last part, you lift the inside foot. Shuffle, shuffle. And you can do it quick if you're so inclined. Nice. Whew. Pretty fun, right? All right, that's number 2. Next one, kick back, touch back. So you're going to squat down. You're going to lift your weights to the hips. So you touch your toe back, but your weight doesn't go with it. So you're not stepping back with your weight. You're touching back where your weight stays right where it is. Now, tricep squeeze is like that, and then you put them together. So you touch back and kick back with your triceps. It's confusing because kickbacks are actually for your arms, but anyway, well, you get the idea. Just like that. All right, nicely done. Now next 2 will be done seated, and you will need a weight, just one of them though. And good old bicycle crunches. So you can take your lighter weight, eventually your heavier one, put it up near the collarbones. You scoot forward on your chair, engage your core, you lean back, and you do little toe touches. So again, you could just do toe touches with your toes, and you could then add the elbow moving across. You don't have to hit the knee, just aim for it. And you can do some bicycle crunches just like that. So we'll do 40 seconds, 3 rounds, okay, for when we get started. And then the very last one, sit to stand with an overhead press. Classic. Take that weight with you, plant your feet, heels down, and then sit to stand, overhead press. And I'll add some variations to that as we go if you're wanting more layers to this one. But classic, you're gonna want to do these for the rest of your life, so better start to enjoy them now. All right, 15 minutes. And just because we have a timer going doesn't mean you have to force yourself to hit the time. That's just providing a structure. If your body starts to hurt, if you have some pain, if there's some reason to back off, do that. This is a exercise that we want to do for life, not just squeeze it out, like it's our last chance or something. So we'll begin with squat curls in 10 seconds. And we got 3 rounds, so if you finish the first round, you're not even tired, it's time to bump up the weights for the next round. All right, begin. Squat curls. But it's totally fine to take the first round with lighter weights and warm it up, especially if you're new to these kinds of exercises. Remember, you can do isometric hold if your knees bug you, or seated in the chair. You're still putting the tie them under tension into your legs and hips. So there we go. So they're alternating. So as the hips go down, the arms come up. Compound movement connecting multiple body parts. There we go, and rest. All right, and in between you can sit down and shake out, give your hands a little relief in between movements. Just a 20-second rest, and then we're back to the Heisman shuffle with the option to do a little grocery bag lift at the end. So squat down, lift the weights up, and shuffle. And balance. And that little lift, also an option, but it's a good way to just challenge your balance a little bit more. Now if you want to just keep the weights down as you do it and then lift together, that's another good alternative. Keeps you a little bit more grounded perhaps. I think you're ready for the tryouts here. Start a little neighborhood football game. All right, rest. Shake it off. And then kick back, touch back. Maybe we should call it kickoff, touch back. Those are both football terms, right? So bend down, lift your weights to the hips. That's your starting position. And you're gonna touch back with your toe as you kick back with your arms. Very confusing terminology. But you know, we call football the sport you barely use your feet. The ball rarely connects to the feet. In soccer, we don't call football, so you know what? We can call these kickbacks and toe touches. Kick with your arms, touch with your toes. So your weight stays in one place, you just touch with your toe. And rest. Good work, shrug it out. Last two are seated, so once again, find your spot, just one weight. And if you're used to these, you might even just grab that heavier weight. Bring it to the collarbone, tuck the chin, lean back, bicycle crunches. And begin touching your toes, alternating elbow, moving to the opposite knee. Now if that side to side motion is too much, you could just hold it steady and just do toe touches. You'll get a little more in your hips than your core that way, but still good for you. Now if you want a real challenge, try it while smiling. Okay. Whew. It's getting hot in here. This one will get your temperature rising, your blood pumping, your heart rate up, breathing faster. Rest. Get to that moderate intensity. Zone 2. Next, sit to stands with an overhead press. Watch out for low ceilings on this one. You can use that weight with you. Keep it to the collarbones when you're coming up and down. And then at the top you can press lower. Keep it close to you as you sit and stand. Up and down. Come up quick with vigor and verve and vibrancy. Come down slow with control, with softness, with ease. Up quick, down slow. That's the trick to sit to stands. It's not stand to plops. I see that a lot with folks. They come up and then they just let gravity take them down. Don't do that. All right. Look at that, already finished. Round 1, roll the shoulders out, the neck, and we'll get right back into it. If that first round didn't challenge you enough with the curls, bump up your weights. You should feel 80% fatigued, at least by the end of your curls here. Let's go. Squat curls. Just because you're holding weights doesn't mean you're challenging yourself. But of course we don't want to overdo it. So feel that power. soaking into your muscles, strengthening your bones, improving your grip strength. Those pickle jars will have no chance after this. Being able to steady yourself, to hold on to something if you need it. Grip strength, super critical. All right, rest. Shrug the shoulders out. Now for some exercises, the heavier weights are appropriate. For others, you want lighter ones. The Heisman Shuffle's tricky enough. I'd suggest lighter weights on this. And you're gonna squat and shuffle. Option to lift leg and weights together at the end. So you're kind of staying low, as low as you can. You don't have to really stoop too far, but a little crouch. Not just hunching, but you're kind of squatting. That's the trick here. And you lift. Almost a scamper. Nicely done, and rest. Kickback touchbacks. Another one where you could probably bump up your weights. Using bigger muscle groups, smaller ranges of motion, straight lines of movement, you can probably challenge yourself more. Squat down, lift up, and kick back, touch back. Feel the whole back body activate. Hopefully you're breathing heavy. You've got a little sweat on your forehead. Body temperature's up. If you were to recite a poem or something you know from heart, you have to stop and breathe in between every couple of lines. You're in zone 2. So that's where the heavier weights come in too. Just a couple pounds heavier, and what became all right, shrug it out, rest. Another way to bump it up is to just take a little bit more, do a couple more reps during our rest. Last one, sit to stand, overhead press. Try your heavier weight if you're looking for a challenge. Let's go. Up and at 'em. So really, on the way down, soft and controlled. I think it's even more important than trying to pump out a whole bunch of extra ones quickly is better quality coming down slowly. Isn't that kind of the key? Like, we usually don't have a problem getting down, you know, like sitting down on the couch, sitting down. It's getting back up again. That's the hard part. We actually want to slow ourselves from going to the ground. We don't want to go down quick. Rest. Okay. Round 2, we'll do the whole thing one more time. Squat curls. You got options here, isometric hold or seated, if your knees have had enough. Let's go. Squat as you curl. Try that advanced version with a smile if you're looking for more. Good work. Hang in there. Nicely done. Stick your butt out as you squat, or you could just hold. That's okay too. Almost there. All right, rest. Your heart rate up. We're in that zone 2. We're banking those moderate intensity minutes. Heisman shuffle. Squat down. And a few steps. And a little lift at the end. Option to lift the hands too. If you want to just lift the leg, you can. Option to do both. And if there's any real football players out there, I'm open to feedback on my Heisman technique. It's probably atrocious. But for our purposes, all we really got to do is build your outer hips, build your sideways agility, and your balance, the ability to change directions, to stop yourself from tipping too far. That's really what this is going to help us with. You probably don't need to break tackles and bust through the defensive line. All right, rest. Good, my breathing's up there, so hopefully yours is too. Kick back, touch back. I'm gonna go for the big boys on this one. Squat down, lift your weights, begin. Touch back, kick back. Pick the pace that you can take to the bank. We're in our last round here, so give it everything you've got, up to really 90%. Fatigue is plenty though. If you go to 100 and you can't do a single more movement, you've likely overdone it and you'll regret it tomorrow. So 85, 90% fatigue is my rule of thumb. So that's where we want to get you to really build strength and balance without overdoing it. Woo! Excellent. Rest. Shrug it out. Okay, take just one weight. And bicycle crunches. Last round, here we go. Lean back, toe touches, elbow cross with a smile. Now, my cat Maluz is here to remind you that there is an alternative to this, which is curling up and taking a nap. So if you want to sit one out, your knees just need a break, your back's hurting, totally fine to sit one out. If you're just feeling a little fatigued, you might want to push through it, but really, there's a point of diminished returns where if you do too much, it actually takes you backwards, so be aware of that. Whew, and rest. And now we're at the finale here. Sit to stands, or take some piece of this. If the whole thing doesn't work, just do the overhead press from seated. Or maybe just do standing squats without sitting all the way down. Or the isometric. You got lots of options here. Let's go, 40 seconds. Last round. Up and at 'em, and soft landing. Think of a rocket ship. You need to go really fast to get up and out of the pull of gravity. But then when you come down, you want to float down and have a very precise and soft landing. Unless you're using a one-time rocket, but we want this to be a reusable rocket, right? We want to be able to do this as many times as we want. So soft, cushioned parachute landing actually builds a lot of strength. All right, we made it. Set everything down. Good work. Let's stretch your legs out. Hands to the knees, circle your waist. Release any residual tension there. Oh boy, well, you guys got a bonus rest. I don't know where I lost one of our rounds. All right, the round that never was. Let's go the other way. We'll have to roll back the tapes, figure out which one we missed. All right, let's bring your feet. I'm sure you guys are all really disappointed though. All right, let's sit back and just do a slow seated sit-up, and just bring that power to the front of the belly. And just centralize all your energy here in the core. Nice and slow. Just gather all that power and settle it into your center. All right, and relax. Sit back. Feet on the floor, hands on the lap, shoulders shrug, spine alert, relaxed, eyes closed. And feel that energy circulating and pumping through your body. And hands meet together at the heart. A moment of gratitude for all the parts of you, for everything you're capable of, and envision yourself moving through the rest of your week, sure-footed, open-hearted, and clear-minded. Thank you all so much.